everyone, I'm Captain Logan, and look, it's Austin the Day Ghost.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, man? Folks, tonight, and I'm sorry that we're starting so late. I had a writers' meeting that went long. Austin and I are gonna be blind watching a movie that we've threatened to do for a long time. We're finally working this in. We're doing the American live-action Netflix Death Note movie from 2017, and Austin, I'm scared. I'm scared to finally watch this because you and other people that I've talked to have said that this is going to be a real disappointing watch for me because I love Death Note. It's my favorite.
No, this is the best Death Note.
And I'm not a big anime fan, but I love Death Note. And it's been kind of my gateway to try to get another anime things. I reviewed it like a year and a half ago, and I'm watching back through it with Jason right now. And I'm trying to get my expectations as low to the floor as humanly possible, because you keep saying it's the best Death Note, and I know you. And what that means is that it's so bad you think it's hilarious, so you enjoy it. But you have told me on numerous occasions not to get excited because it's not what I want. That's what you've told me.
I'm not sure about that. I think it's genuinely wonderful.
Okay, seriously though, is there any chance that even ironically I'm gonna like have a good time with this?
I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna react to this one. We'll see.
Noah also says this movie is the best. He says the best note. I don't know what that means. It's an hour and 40-minute note. That's kind of a long note. Can you kill people by watching it? Is that how it works?
Possibly. It might be like The Ring.
Does it give you like Shinigami eyes? So like if I watch this movie, I can look at Austin and see over his head a number that tells me when he's gonna die?
I mean, I don't know what that means, so...
Yeah, see, this is weird. It's weird coming into this that I'm gonna be the closest to the Death Note expert between us, and I'm rusty. I haven't watched through the whole show in a long time, and it loses me in the second half. But I know things about Death Note. I know more or less how the thing works. I'm curious to see how much of the rules are in this. So they don't even do the Shinigami eyes thing in this?
Yeah, I don't know. Possibly.
Is Misa in this movie?
Who?
Okay. Is there a second Death Note? Is there a hot scantily clad chick that gets a Death Note?
No.
Does that happen? I mean, it's only an hour and 40 minutes, but what do they even do in this movie?
I don't know. Yeah, what's about the Death Note? Like they get the Death Note, and they go on adventures. I don't know.
Okay, so doesn't have any
what
fun
do they do in any movie?
Doesn't have any fun with the rules or anything. So this is gonna be like a cheap teen slasher picture, right?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Is that what this is gonna be?
Pretty much.
So there's not going to be any like global scale or anything. It's going to be some stupid jerk kid gets the Death Note and goes, "Hey, people that were mean to me in school, I could kill them." It's going to be like that, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
pretty much.
God bless him. Really? I don't want to watch this. What are you doing right now? Are you taking pictures?
Yeah. So my Netflix, like I came on. Okay, there we go. It just worked. So. I was able to finagle my way through the rules and get my mom's Netflix and my PlayStation again. And we logged on and it was like, nope, doesn't work. And the only way it'll let me like put a Netflix account on my PlayStation is with my phone. But you have to like scan the QR code. So I was just doing that. Sorry.
That sounds
I got
more
it.
interesting than what it sounds like the rules for the Death Note are going to be in this movie.
Yeah, I was panicking a little. That's why I was like looking down the whole time.
You seemed real distracted. I was like, I don't know, Austin. I'm sitting here trying to make, what do you call it? Like a video, like an entertaining live stream.
Reason, yeah.
And Austin's just over here like, hold on, I've got to kill somebody with my Death Note.
I'm texting babes. No, it's just, yeah, that was the only...
You can do that on your own time. I was an hour late. You had plenty of time to text babes, okay?
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
Is there any... information you want to lay out about this before we get started? Is there? Do you want to do any setup at all? So Austin has seen this and I have not, and I'm going to give you my
Yeah, and I saw it like once,
response.
like a year ago, so I don't remember it super well. I just remember it being awesome.
Is it at least going to be better than House of the Dead? Can I get that?
I mean, it's not Uwe Boll, so probably.
Okay, I'm sure it's Netflix. I'm sure it'll have better production value.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like, oh no, people are dying from the Death Note, and then cut to like panels from the manga.
So guys, I mean, that sounds funny. I would take that. As always with these, this is a watch party before it's a commentary, so I know some of you guys will just listen to this without watching it anyway, but we do implore you, or at least encourage you, to go to Netflix and watch this along with us. There might be a little bit of dead air here and there. I'm going to be actually watching the movie, but I'll respond to things and give some commentary about what I'm looking at as I go. Austin will fill in. He actually knows where this is going, so he can do a little bit of, review discussion as we go.
Yeah, Noah, who's in the chat, and I have an entire sequel pitch for what the next movie should have been.
Oh, you'll have to go into that at least in the credits, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I won't go into it now because it like builds off the ending of this.
Noah asks if we have potato chips. I'm on this diet right now where I'm not really eating stuff like that, so as
potato chips.
As relevant to this as that would be, I'm not gonna eat potato chips. I do feel like I should have booze though, and I didn't think to grab anything. Maybe I don't know. Can you hold the fort for a second? I'm gonna go grab a bottle of something just in case I need to drink while we're watching this, because I think it could be that kind of night. This is gonna be a real laid back stream, folks. Like these tend to be. Entertain the masses. The masses of 15 people that are watching right now, and I'm gonna go grab something, and I'll be right back.
Okay, so this is the Netflix Death Note, which is based off of the really stupid anime and manga that no one likes, and this came out and it was way better than all of that.
Wait a minute now!
I didn't think you could hear me. Okay, I guess I can't get away with that. But no, this is, I mean, it's, what's his face? Adam Wingard, who did the, like, mediocre to bad Blair Witch movie that came out in 2015.
Oh, is that who made this?
Yeah, and then he left the sequel to this to do the Godzilla vs. Kong, and now he's doing the new one, Godzilla and Kong.
Well, Godzilla vs. Kong was good.
Well, I think his first movie, I think it's, unless he did something before it, but The Guest, I think it is, I think people liked.
So he sounds hit or miss before he's just bad, but this does not sound like the right material for him if he makes that kind of horror.
Yeah, for sure.
Senior Sticks wants to know if there's a night ghost.
I mean, there's only one way to find out, I guess.
So you still get to be the day ghost even though it is night?
No, you'd be like my enemy, I would think.
Oh, sure. Two sides of the same coin.
Exactly.
Let me read this real quick. Riku the Soulless. What a cool name. Are you aware there's also a Death Note musical? Because I just discovered it exists. I just discovered that a couple days ago, too, and it blew my mind. I was so excited. It's getting a European run pretty soon. It's going to England and maybe some other places in Europe, and I'm really hoping we get it in America after that. But it's finally coming to the West, so that's exciting.
That is cool.
I'm totally going to that if that gets here. I'm scared. I don't want to watch this. I'm worried about it. The only thing I know about this, besides it doesn't have enough to do apparently with, the manga and the anime, is that we've got Defoe as Ryuk, which is perfect casting, but everybody tells me not to get too excited about that because he's not in enough of it.
No, I mean, it's a Netflix movie and he's a giant CGI monster, right? So it's like...
To be fair, I haven't watched a lot of Netflix exclusive movies. Like a couple of things. I saw Bright, but I mean that wasn't great. It wasn't as bad as people said it was, and the effects were okay.
Well,
like that wasn't the problem with it.
Now Netflix original movies are like $200, not $200, $200 million like vacuums with like The Rock and Ryan Reynolds and stuff, and they're all awful.
Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? We haven't even started. We haven't even looked at a frame yet, and I already feel like I better start drinking probably. So I'm going to have some of this coconut rum that I was drinking when we were doing... We got to get back to Pirates of the Caribbean, but I bought this for that, and I don't know. They make for good shots, so I'll do it here too. All right.
Yeah, I got some nice clean water, so I'm going to get a little bit of a buzz on that going.
Okay, so I'm getting this started, getting my buzz started. I will do the super chat thing with this. So $5 super chats, I'll take shots. We'll do that whole thing tonight. I'll put a limit on it. I won't do probably more than like 5, but we'll do a. But yeah, if you guys want to make me drink, we'll do $5 shots tonight. It seems like a good night to do that. And away we go. Are you ready for Death Note?
I am.
I'm not. Here we go. Everybody, please press play. I hope you're at timestamp 0. I didn't say that, but that should be, kind of expected at this point. It's Netflix. It's all in the same place, so we don't have to worry about logos and stuff. Here we go. Everybody, please press play right now. Here we go. Bottoms up. Sorry, you guys can hear my audio. Okay.
Oh God, this is really loud.
I got it.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Go back. Sorry.
Go back? You got to start over?
Yeah, sorry. I was hoping it would let me change my the audio on my speaker without stopping the movie, but it did not. Sorry, that's on me. Okay, I'm on timestamp 0. Hello?
Oh, can you hear me?
No.
Well, you can now because you're responding. Okay.
I can now, but I couldn't there, which is why I went, hello?
Will McCulson just put in a $4.99 super chat and says, drink up, Cap. Appreciate it. Thanks, man.
That is 1 cent short, so...
No. It counts. $4.99 is the new $5. That's American $5. Everything's 1 penny short. We'll pretend like it's got tax on it. I'm not going to drink 2 in that close to succession. Give me like a minute or 2, and I'll do another one. Thank you for that. And now, and yes, facts, folks, facts. God, I already can't talk. This is going to be great. If you're just tuning in, I am doing $5 shots tonight. And hopefully we don't have video problems tonight because it's already giving me a warning about that. But
oh, good. That's always good.
I know. Hopefully, at least the audio will be all right. I don't know what's going on with that lately.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a mess.
It's a mess. Let's watch Death Note. Here we go. Everybody, please. We're watching Netflix Death Note. Everybody, please press play right now. We're gonna do it.
Remember this logo?
Yeah, I guess that has changed now.
Yeah, now it's just the N.
How is this 6 years old now? I remember when the commercial for this dropped. It was the way I learned about Death Note. I was like, oh, that sounds like an interesting premise. Like, I didn't even know what Death Note was.
Yeah, this is the same year as Guardians 2, Logan, and Homecoming. So really just the best year for comic book movies.
For comic movies, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad this didn't go in the theater. If it sucks...
I mean, it should have gone to the theater.
Boom. Boom.
Get ready for some awesome needle drops.
Okay, I'm trying not to judge this on its initial few frames. But I already kind of hate choices.
No, this is already beautiful. Oh no, and get ready, Cap, because that's gonna be the whole movie.
I want them to change the premise so that he's got a death quiz. Okay, here comes another shot. Thanks, Will.
You live.
Ah, that is 2 already. Oh yeah, that's me. I'm the captain and I'm blowing my whistle.
This cheerleader is like the main girl in this that I guess is the Misa or whatever you said.
Okay.
Her name's Mia.
Oh, that's why. That's why they took
Yeah.
the S out. Yep, that's why.
But that's the one girl from The Nice Guys, and she's also in Once Upon a Time
In
in
the
Hollywood.
anime, she gets a second death note from a different Shinigami and pretends that she is the same Kira.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not gonna do any of that.
Of course we're not. You know, the thing that I really appreciate about this opening here is just how well it's establishing tone.
I agree, and quality. Oh, that logo was just Final Destination.
I'm so
the,
scared.
Like,
That
Flash.
is, yeah. Well, and somebody in the comments said this is too much of a Final Destination ripoff.
There is some of that with how it uses the Death Note.
That just sucks because there's so much cool material to mine here. You don't have to go to anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Are we really that worried that we're going to lose people with the anime material because it's just not Western enough?
I mean, anime stuff is like the worst track record for Western adaptation.
Yeah, so we're not going to establish this guy at all.
Well, he was doing a quiz, and somebody paid him.
I mean, to be fair, Light
smart.
gets the Death Note pretty quick initially, but you know, I'm hoping that we get a little bit of characterization for him here pretty soon before he starts using it. Oh, yep, this is really what I expected. Right away, we got bullies. He's gonna hate these guys and be like, "Oh, I could just kill them by writing their names down."
Of course.
And he's not gonna be creative enough to try to use it to, you know, help anybody or take over the world or, you know, because what's so interesting about Light is his god complex.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they named this guy also still Light, but gave him a different last name.
Yeah,
I didn't read that.
The other person's L, I think, right? And I think they're also called that in this. I don't remember.
Oh, I'm already really intrigued by this guy. I want to watch Death Note.
We are.
Not whatever
The good
this
one.
is. Okay, I don't like to beg for cash. Like, I never do that.
Oh no,
I
that's not a good
never
way
do
to start a
that.
sentence.
But I need to be drinking while I'm watching this movie. So, just to remind folks once again, I am taking $5. I'm not gonna take shots unless we get super chats, unless it's a long time before we get one, and then I'm totally taking more shots.
Cap, you're e-begging.
Oh yeah, I gotta quit doing that. I'm desperate. I don't want to watch this movie. I'm just joking, folks. Thank you for being here. Noah, this Light is such a wimp.
He's cool.
Okay. So he's got a standard tragic backstory. Get out of this movie. I hate this person instantly.
I hate his stupid blonde highlights.
And yeah. And I mean, I'm going to try not to, you know, do too much comparison and stuff, because like you can stray from source material and still be good, but all they're taking is the premise. Oh, and the apple, because you got to have that. It's not going to mean anything though.
Yeah, but remember?
Oh, thanks, Noah. Noah's going to make me drink too. Appreciate you, buddy.
There you go.
I need that. That's going to be important.
You're gonna be slurring before Defoe shows up.
It'll be fun.
As Defoe once said.
Back to formula.
Back to formula.
Okay, we're getting into the rules.
And we got another shot super chat.
Okay, and he just says, whoa.
Whoa.
Like, what he should be saying is, what crazy person wrote this book? You know, like, there's no way this is real, right?
I mean, in a post Mean Girls world, I 100% would buy running into a Death Note in your high school.
So is he just gonna immediately start writing it? Oh, of course, there's lightning right. Okay.
Well, yeah, I think we're about to get our
Oh, okay. No, that's all right. That's all right. It's getting a little bit more artistic with its shooting here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was an okay shot with the marbles. That looked a little bit more out of an anime or something.
Yeah, it was bad.
Look, I'm gonna give it what I can give it. And I'm gonna drink a lot, apparently.
They know how to shoot the foe when we get there, because they know not to put the CGI guy right in broad daylight.
That's good. That's good. No, I won't complain about the lightning thing, because that's cool if that's how we're introducing him. Although, why doesn't he just immediately show up? Like, why are we going to be jump scary with Ryuk? Oh, there he is.
Look, he's all spooky and spiky.
That's not the best entrance for Ryuk. Like, I was hiding behind glass.
I was hiding behind the experiments.
Thanks to Thomas Lowe also, he says, you beg, we give. I was totally joking with that, but I appreciate it, man. Oh God!
Yeah, this screaming scene is wonderful.
Hey, Austin, can I pitch a different title for this?
Yeah, go ahead.
How not to make a Death Note movie.
You mean how to fix it?
Nope, that is not what I mean. All right, shot 3, here it comes. This is too close together. Really is. I said it's not going to be anything. I guess Ryuk is still going to have his obsession with apples. That's a whole thing. He has an addiction to apples.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just ate that apple.
Yeah. He's talking to himself. Comedy. Yeah, I mean, obviously he's perfect for this.
No, I mean, he looks good.
I wish we could, have Defoe come in and voice him in something that feels like Death Note. Like, if you did an American series animation, I mean, I don't know why you'd do that, but it would be really cool to hear him do a lot of dialogue. I'm not saying I want that, because we don't need it. Noah says, I think Ryuk legitimately looks cool here. I mean, it's mostly silhouette with eyes so far.
But I think that's why it works.
Yeah. Oh, I like the teeth, though, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I think they know how to shoot him, because...
I know you want to. He just sounds like Green Goblin, and it's wonderful.
And you're gonna write in the Death Note again and again and again.
That's what I was about to say! Again and again and again. Until they're all dead.
And you found it amusing for a while.
But now that you're really starting to piss me off,
I'm gonna write your name in it. Nice and slow.
Did I call this? Or what?
That he was gonna get those bullies?
Yeah.
I mean, you could be 5 and call that.
Yeah, no, but I called that before I even saw the movie. I didn't think it was going to be the opening scene.
You did call that before we started.
Yeah, we get it. There's bullies.
Well, this is where you're going to get to see the kind of final destination of it all. Because you're seeing the kind of, like, here's the background and, like, what's happening around them. And, oh, no, her bag split open, so this basketball is going to fall out.
Tom Atkins, you and I aren't so different. Oh, is that necessary?
Yeah.
Is that necessary?
Yeah.
Why do we have to be this violent?
Because it's Death Note.
I mean, Death Note's violent, but that's just pointlessly gratuitous.
I mean that was cool.
That's the difference between me and you, though, is you just inherently like those kind of movies, and I need something to anchor it. Like,
Yeah, these characters.
no, he does look cool though, Ryu, and he's gone. Now I don't care. I'm gonna go sleep.
And he's
now.
gone.
Thomas Lowe says I owe him 2 more shots, but I don't know why, because that wasn't $15. MYR, what's MYR?
I think he's just joking with you because he also put like a little tongue emoji.
Oh, okay. I don't think that's actually $15. I think that's 5. James Egan, misery, that's all you've chosen. He's talking to me right now.
Dad said 15, but I gave you 5.
And you're lucky to get that.
You're lucky to get that.
Austin, what's with all the Dutch angles?
From
From the very beginning, we've just been constantly tilting the frame.
Well, they had to put all their money into Defoe and the CGI, so they couldn't afford a tripod with 3 even legs.
OAW says, oh no, Cap, why? This is Austin's fault. He's been wanting to do this for a year.
Yeah, and so far it's worth it. This is awesome.
We could be watching actual Death Note.
We are.
No!
No.
Okay, hold on. I gotta listen to this very important dialogue. Okay, so his dad's still a cop, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
He's talking about AIM. I'm assuming he's a cop. Yeah, but he just said, you're a cop.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so none of this angsty stuff is in the source material, by the way. Just so Austin knows, because he's not aware, but it's a nuclear family.
Yes, they added depth to him.
Sure.
What you're saying.
No, they added angst to him.
Yeah, depth.
And
He's
so
an apple.
And so he, oh yeah, we got that's a motif now. Are we gonna do the chip thing in this movie?
I don't know what's the chip thing.
That's the big meme from this movie. I'm gonna take this chip and eat it. Why did you jump all the way to Rule 64?
Wasn't Rule 6?
I'm surprised they haven't done a Rule 34. I'm surprised by that.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, isn't that the rule? Oh, no, that's 34, not 64. I don't think we want to know what Rule 34
No, we don't want to know what that is, yeah.
I don't think it's, like, written. I think
everything's on the internet, even the Death Note.
It's just a picture of Ryuk.
Okay, we know it's just going to be Ryuk, right?
I mean, what if it's the book instead? I don't know.
He has the book. He was just looking at the book.
No, but there's tension. It could be anything, really.
You know, I think I'm actually filling these shots too high, too. I think it's like a shot and a half. Oh! Oh, what
no.
I'm so scared. Why are we trying to make this so suspenseful for the audience? Like,
because he's a big
the Shinigami's not gonna hurt him.
Yeah, but he's spooky.
Yeah, Austin, it's pronounced Ryuk. God, say it right.
Ryuk?
Stop it. What's with the Dutch angles? Could you do something interesting with the Death Note kid?
The what, sir?
I'm just trying to get this kid to do something interesting.
I mean, he is. He's literally talking to a giant demon named like Ryan or something.
No, I wanted to be creative with the Death Note.
Oh, okay.
But they've
decapitated a dude.
They've purposefully given him this tragic backstory so that he has a lame personal motivation to not get, more global in scale with it.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, you could still use that to spur him to do more of the stuff he does in the manga. Because he could go, the system is broken. It didn't catch my mother's killer. My father doesn't try hard enough as a cop. Like the world sucks. The system's rigged. I'm gonna play God and fix everything.
I mean, I guess it is funny that they were like, "Hey, let's make him angsty, and then he can kill people he doesn't like at school." Like he's Shadow the
This just feels
Hedgehog.
like what you would do with an American TV show. Okay, let everybody say it with me. This is CW's Death Note.
I mean, that's just true.
It is.
But like the good CW, like Batwoman.
Okay, Thomas Slow, I've got your shot to do. Should I wait? I might want to wait a minute.
You should have done it so you just take a shot every time he kills somebody with the Death Note.
You know what? They showed us one picture of that guy. I want him to die. He's got that smug face.
Oh, his pen that he's writing is like really faint. Is there a rule for that?
He should get a better pen. That's for damn sure. But you can write with anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just mean like, what if the pen is like really faint, so it's like barely on the page? Like, does it count?
Yeah, could you like
you're basically
scratching
just, like, scraping it in? Yeah.
Yeah. No, when this guy dies, I'm gonna be like, I'm glad you're dead. That's a hilarious way to die.
That is a
No, that's great. Is that what he wrote down? His face is gonna go in his food, and then he's gonna get impaled. Is that what he wrote down?
I mean, I assume he probably just wrote stabbed.
Okay, so he's picking the most gruesome possible ways for these people to die so that we get crazy kills.
Mm-hmm.
And that's stupid. Because he's all... I am comparing things. I can't help it. What's interesting about it in the book and the show is that Light is really strategic, and he's kind of a genius, and he comes up with ways to kill people where nobody's going to suspect him. And then like it's all a lot of internal monologue where he's kind of talking to himself, strategizing, and that's some of what's fun about it is just all the like chess that he's playing.
I mean, no one's going to expect him if like a waiter bumps into a guy and then he goes whoa and stabs himself in the throat.
No, that's true. But, like, is he going to only kill people in this town? Because after a while, that's going to get real suspicious. Like, are we going to talk about any of that? Is he going to start killing people by heart attack?
Yeah, I don't remember about that. I mean, we are going to get L, so we are going to get the, like...
Oh, we do get L. I assumed that just wasn't even going to happen.
Oh, so, yeah. Yeah, you must have missed it when I said that earlier, but
so
we do get that.
Oh, I did miss that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so they're going to do kind of the cat and mouse thing?
Yeah. No, that will be a big part of this movie.
Okay, I'm trying not to judge it prematurely. I just want a moment where he goes, "Whoo, it's cold."
Well, Light's gonna put his name, like put Ryuk in the Death Note, and then white it out, and then he can go, "Out am I?"
Out of your mind, Ryuk.
Yeah, out of my book. Get out of my room. I'm edgy.
The itsy bitsy Death Note.
The itsy bitsy pen goes up the Death Note.
The Death Note. That guy just died, and everybody laughed.
Then he eats an apple.
This is some very believable dialogue here. He's very awkward around girls.
Yeah, you'd think he wouldn't be because he has really cool highlights.
Right. I guess he's supposed to be likable because
he's likable.
Because, like, he's got douchebag hair, but he is sensitive to women, so... Here comes another shot, folks! I think I can change the title and make it more accurate, but more subtly. Just Death Note. We'll just put quotation marks around it.
You should change it to just Death Note commentary and change the picture to the anime.
Well, that's called misleading.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. Somebody will flag the video for that.
No, because it is Death Note.
You know what, though? He's got the stupid highlights, but she's got the pointlessly ripped up shirt, so, like, they're even.
Yeah. But, I mean, I feel like the pointlessly ripped up shirt is a thing that, like, was in this generation, while the highlights is, like, early 2000s.
Okay, so they're sort of doing Misa, but in a completely different way, where he just immediately... It's just a girl at his school that he immediately tells about the Death Note.
Mm-hmm.
In the show and the manga, she finds him, and again with her own Death Note. Mm-hmm. But this is what Ryuk is supposed to be for. Like he has. They're doing this so he has somebody to talk to, and so they can have a love interest.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have like a sidekick.
Yeah,
this is why you won't get enough Ryuk in this, because he's got somebody else to talk to about it.
Well, I mean, you got to give him that because they probably don't have the budget to have him be the main person he talks to the whole time.
Well, they could just do that constantly. They could just have him in the dark with big orange light eyeballs.
Those horrible orange eyes.
Senior Stick says, what year is the show set in, Cap, in what city, state, and country? I mean, I'm assuming it's present day. And it's obviously the United States. Noah says she's kind of different from Misa. Oh, no, she's obviously very different from Misa. I'm just saying they're sort of doing her in that she's supposed to be the stand-in for that character. And that's the girl that gets to deal with the Death Note. That's what they're doing.
And I think, yeah, it gets more different as it goes along. But I could be wrong.
No, I'm sure. Well, I'm wondering if they'll do the whole thing where he'll pretend like somebody else is using the Death Note, but he'll join like his father with a task force to try to take down that person. I bet they don't do all that.
No. Maybe in the sequel.
Okay, well, I like that they kind of handle the hero angle a little bit. So they're doing like a pseudo superhero thing with it.
Mm-hmm.
Or not superhero, but vigilante. That's a take. I mean, Light does do that. He just goes a lot farther with it. He tries to make himself God. What hooked me with Death Note is the very end of the second episode, where he goes, I will be the god of this world.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't think we get any of that here.
Well, now they're talking about changing the world, so I mean, they're thinking in that direction a little bit. I just think they're going to be a lot less grandiose with it.
Well, I think it's just like stopping the mean people.
Yeah. Yeah, as opposed to changing society with it. Because what Light does in the show and the manga is he almost tries to turn it into like a nuclear deterrent sort of thing. You know, he's almost like, in a way, he's almost like a Adrian Veidt or something, where it's like, I'm going to hold this I'm gonna hold the world at to like blackmail or something, and then everybody has to do what I say because I have this book.
Weird.
This is a real typical horror movie. But it's somewhere in between like a horror so far. I mean, the kills are very B horror, but it's somewhere between a horror movie uh and a vigilante thing, like a cheap superhero movie.
Well, yeah, I think that just comes out from it being made in 2017. When you're like right into the kind of peak.
I wasn't expecting that for whatever reason. But you know, it's like they're doing like a cheap teenage Punisher thing with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a title they could have gone with: cheap teenage Punisher.
That guy's head exploded.
Thomas Lowe, Light's motivation in the live-action movie is more relatable. That's the thing, is Light doesn't need to be relatable.
I mean, I also can't relate to this guy because of his stupid hair. But I can relate to his motivation. And for being like, I want to make out with a babe.
Okay. He's at least saying that. He's brought up the God thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, those ideas are here.
I mean, even if he was just killing mean people, like, that is still changing society.
I didn't expect Kira to come up at all.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and he's thinking a little bit. No, that's a cool idea. If you're doing an American version of Light, he goes, I'll go with Kira because then they'll be looking in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also not actually hating this dynamic where he brings somebody in with him with this. The only problem that I've got with it is he trusts her way too quickly.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't even really know this girl. It'd be better if they were already dating and already really close.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, you're the one person I know I can trust with this, and I don't think I'm smart enough to handle this right by myself and not get caught.
I mean, hot chicks are inherently trustworthy.
That's been my experience. That's been my experience.
Yeah. You want to tell like a stupid ugly girl.
Okay, this got a lot grander than I thought it was going to. I thought it was just going to be him picking off stupid people he didn't like at his school.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was going to be the whole movie. And I like that people already know about it, and that you've already got...
Well, I think this is the L introduction now.
You've already got that kind of back and forth with some people that think this is a good thing, and some people, obviously, who are terrified of it and think that it's awful. We gotta find this person.
Yeah, this is L.
Okay, the basic trappings are here.
I mean, yeah, it is still the story.
Yeah.
Just improved.
More than I expected. Would you stop that? More than I expected. That's getting irritating. You haven't even looked at that material. Whoa, Hiro Nakamura is here!
Mm-hmm.
What? Why can't he be L?
I don't know.
Yeah, Hiro from Heroes is here. Cool. Well, you're doing an American version of a Japanese thing, so you have to have the token Japanese man.
Mm-hmm.
That is clearly why they did that. Austin, I'm slightly turning around on this.
Yay! That's awesome.
I mean, it's clearly budget dollar store Death Note. And I don't know what this L is yet, but
He's eating his candy.
he's got to have his hoodie.
He's talking to this guy who I recognize, but he's so in the dark I can't tell.
We've erased all the mystery
That would destroy
from
your
the
eyes,
story.
right? Like he's got like lights inside.
Yeah, why is he doing that?
This guy's an idiot.
When you meet L in the show, he is a letter on a TV screen for a whole episode before you finally meet him, which is really super cool. And it's kind of sad that we're not doing that with this, but I'm not. I wasn't even expecting this character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and how much of that is just for time?
Keeper of the Youth says it's Death Note written by R.L. Stine.
Somebody earlier said that it was like basically a Goosebumps movie.
Okay, can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
I thought what we were listening to just now was obnoxious horror score, and it turned out to be an airplane engine. I thought it was like, and I was like, what is scary about this scene? I don't. Well, Kira is both a Star Trek character and a Power Ranger, but that's not important right now. So I was kind of hating this dynamic, this father-son dynamic, from the beginning. They at least kind of started trying to patch things up and got more reasonable with each other in their second scene. Like, I appreciate that. They're not going to be at each other's throats the whole movie, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't really remember what they do with him after this.
Yeah, well, I mean, of course, the natural, interesting place to go with this, and what the show basically does, is he's investigating his own son and doesn't realize it.
Mm-hmm.
And
well,
so
I think he'll probably, I guess, be the...
It's kind of that Breaking Bad thing, right? Where it's like you're the person you've been after all along is like the closest person to you.
I don't know, because I've never watched it. But I'm guessing, because it's been so long since I watched
Well, in that, it's the brother next door is the DA agent, and he's been after Walter White the whole show.
Yeah, he'll probably be like the person that L has to talk with, I guess.
Senior Sticks. How do dollar store writing names in a notebook? Wait, what? How do dollar store write? I know this actor too.
The dad?
No. The guy he's talking to with the glasses.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I was like, I recognize this guy, but he was so in the dark in that.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about Hero from Heroes.
Oh, no.
Okay, El's got a reputation. He keeps in the background. That's good.
I mean, I also know the dad from some... Oh, the dad's in one of the Planet of the Apes movies, I think.
This feels more like an adaptation than I expected it to. That's all the praise I'm heaping on this. See, there's his letter.
Okay, yeah.
How do we not introduce him this way?
Because we had to go to Japan.
Oh, that sucks. We've already seen his face. I mean, it was concealed some. Oh, and he's doing this sitting on the floor thing. This is how you introduce him. Why do we already see him? That was a mistake, folks.
I wouldn't... Yeah, I mean, I guess that probably...
Oh, he's doing the candy thing and everything? No, I mean, he's L.
Yeah, he was eating candy in the last scene, too.
I missed that, yeah.
Because the guy that you were like, I recognize this guy, I think he was explaining why eating candy is good for him or something.
So I'm not going to complain
Joker
about, obviously race swapping and a thing like this because it's an American version, and so they're doing, American versions of all the characters.
Mhm.
I kind of wish Light was if you had to have a token Japanese guy. I kind of wish Light was your token Japanese guy.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you wanted him to be like really pale, because that is kind of a thing I guess that we do sometimes. Because that's also the Death in Sandman thing with that character and Domino in Deadpool.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Did he just say there's no reason we can't kill people based on website rumors?
Yes, because she's like gung ho to kill people, and he's like, I need evidence that they're mean.
Well, and that's what Misa's like.
Oh, okay. So there you go.
He sure likes his candy.
Yeah, he's gonna be diabetic and lose all his teeth and his feet.
Well, and that's the thing with L is that he looks super anorexic and he can eat all this candy and cake and stuff and never gains weight.
Hmm.
And it's crazy. He'll have like stacks of like pies and they're kind of doing that. They keep bringing him food. Yeah, this is pretty accurate. And he's got his big monitors and he keeps sitting on the floor.
Yeah, he's perfect.
They got to these guys meeting very quickly. We've only got an hour and 40 minutes here. Honestly, we're taking our time more with the setup than I expected us to. Well, and that's partly because I didn't even think we'd have L in this movie. See, I did this right. I got my standards so in the floor that I'm recognizing things, and that makes me like it.
That's killing me.
It doesn't make it
who's
good.
this assistant guy?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Chat? I don't think so.
Well, and I bet it's something from like 20 or 30 years ago. You know?
Possibly.
Because he's a little older. I bet we know him from something from quite a while back.
Mm-hmm.
Senior Sticks is Domino Asian. No, I think Austin's point was taking really pale characters and casting them black for some reason. I think that's what he was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know why.
I have no like statement on that. It was just it's an interesting.
No, you're saying it's kind of a pattern, maybe. Like there's maybe some of that happens.
Mm-hmm. No, it's weird that it happened 3 times, unless there's more.
Riku the Soulless says points for accurate L, but since they changed Light to be such a social weirdo, yeah, it destroys the opposite dynamic they're supposed to have. That's true, yeah, because here they're just both antisocial and strange. Light is in the book and the show is this like academic wonder kid, and he is popular in his school. Everybody knows him. That's part of why his getting the Death Note is kind of difficult for him, because it's easy for him to draw attention to himself because he's got all these offers to go to different colleges. And
when he's got like the academic thing, I guess it's got like some of that Raimi Spider-Man built into the bully part.
Oh, did they say something about his?
Well, that was how he was introduced. Was somebody was like paying him?
Is that what the whole test thing was at the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay, I missed that.
Yeah, they like slipped him money and he took the test. So I mean, it's not like it's set up well.
I don't like. Yeah, no, not really. But he is still a social outcast, which is.
But yeah, which is more to what you were saying, anyways.
I don't like this. That's great. That's a great line. Now I'm rooting for this guy. I don't like L going out in public like this, even with part of his face covered. Why isn't he just putting his letter on the screen? Why isn't he staying as concealed as he can? He doesn't let more than the task force they put together meet him in person in the source material. And again, it doesn't have to be just like that, but this isn't. He's just not as smart doing it this way. especially because he doesn't know what exactly the rules are and how Light is doing what he's doing. And the whole thing with L is that he assumes there's a logical explanation because he doesn't believe in the supernatural. And the closer it gets to there only being a supernatural explanation, the more he's kind of freaking out and, you know, almost being like, you know, Tony Stark in Iron Man 3, where he just can't even handle that information.
Oh, okay.
And so, you know, he goes out and has his face partly shown like that. He doesn't know what the rules of this thing are, so that could be all that the killer needs. He doesn't know.
No, I mean, that is true.
Okay, I'm back to just wanting to watch real Death Note now.
Don't worry, it'll come in cycles. It'll pull you back in.
Noah, oh, we also see L out here in public. Yeah, I hate that. Why did they do it like that? It just doesn't even make any sense.
I don't know.
That's not remotely intelligent. There's no way he's like, so far, the pattern is Kira has only killed people whose faces were known and that he could have figured out their names of. So if I go out and do a press conference with a COVID mask, I'll be fine. It's 2017. They wouldn't have. It's not a COVID mask yet. But
That was just a scarf.
I mean, I think it is a COVID mask, but it's not.
It's just
but
like
it's
a
not a
scarf.
COVID mask.
I think it's just a scarf.
Boy, ever since you said Spider-Man, I can't stop seeing it. It's like that's why they got Defoe, right?
Oh yeah.
Because they were thinking Spider and now
The
that I'm thinking
director
about
that
it,
made this definitely like Spider-Man.
they're looking at amazing really hard.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's more Raimi and
His
stuff it's
father,
doing, but in how it's shot, it's more.
no, I think the way it's shot is real amazing. I mean,
That's
it
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
even look as
Yeah.
good as that, but
I mean, that doesn't look good.
the lighting, the color palette, but like his father is Captain Stacy,
Yeah, I mean that's just true.
and
yeah.
then he's
I was gonna make a joke about that earlier.
and then he's Garfield.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't like him like Garfield, but that's what they're looking at. That's my new favorite line.
Is which one?
Stop effing around with the Death Note. Okay, that is consistent. Where he's the only one that can see the Shinigami because he's the one that got the. Well, actually, though, if
They
she
did say
no,
it's
that's
like
wrong. If she touches it, she should be able to see him.
That's what I was supposed to say. 'Cause they said that whoever uses it can see him, and I mean, I guess maybe she hasn't used it, but I'd be a little surprised if she hasn't.
Okay, no, maybe that's what I was gonna say. I thought it was if you touch it, you can see them, but maybe
No,
that's
it's got a
only if
line
you've already
earlier
used
about-
it. And that, yeah. Again, I'm a little rusty on some of that, but
Well, that might be changed here. I don't know.
no, oh God! Imagine if this light actor played Spider-Man.
That'd be awesome. Imagine if Spider-Man screamed like that when he saw Green Goblin. It'd be cool.
He looks more like a Flash Thompson to me.
Well, it's because of the hair.
Oh, that's why.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying you want this guy to be Agent Venom?
That's exactly what I'm saying. With the Death Note.
I mean, I could see him being Agent Venom in the Tom Hardy movies.
Stop it with the Dutch angle. They even started straight and then turned for no reason.
I know, and I started to turn like the opposite way, so it was turning even more, and I was like, oh wait, no, I gotta go this way to go straight.
Riku. Oh, okay. Riku says I was right about that. I was second guessing myself
But yeah, like I said,
because of this. He says in the anime you just have to touch it to see them. That's what I thought. Pardon me. That's what I thought.
no, because you have to use it thing is just a rule that they established earlier.
Austin, I'm dying. Somebody used a Death Note on me. Now look, my real name's not actually Captain Logan, so you can't write Captain Logan and then kill me. It doesn't work that way.
Captain Logan gets eaten by a toilet lion.
And we talked over some of this, so tell me if I'm wrong about this, but I don't think they've done the time delay thing yet either.
The time delay thing? No.
Yeah, you can write in... They've simplified this a little bit, maybe. You can write in not only how somebody dies, but when they die.
Oh, I think that's maybe in it, but I can't remember.
What are we doing here? Oh, people are jumping off a roof and killing themselves. Ow. That looks really painful.
That's what he said.
Okay, no, this is cool. So now we're killing people that are not bad and don't deserve it to try to get them off
the trail.
Off his trail. Yep. Maybe we shouldn't have this conversation out in public. It's just it's not like people don't know about Kira. Somebody's gonna walk in and be like, "Wait a minute, I think maybe that guy is Kira."
Yeah, but if you're just talking about your writing things in your book, they'll just think you're a mean girl. So you're okay.
Wait. I don't like this. Okay. We're going out of our way to make him not clever or good at this at all, aren't we? Why is Ryu getting in the middle of this? Okay, in the book, once a human gets the Death Note, Ryuk has to like stick around and watch what he does, but he can't interfere with any of it.
Yeah,
the Death Note belongs to this kid now. Ryu can't do anything. He's given it up by losing it. And I don't. Again, we've been talking over stuff. I don't know if he's talked about any kind of motivation for dropping the Death Note, has he?
Well, I feel like in this version, it's just like he can't use it. It just goes to different people. That's kind of the sense I get.
But he just used it.
Did he?
Yeah, Ryu just killed those FBI agents.
Oh, okay. I guess I missed that because we're talking over it.
Now, did he? Maybe it wasn't via the Death Note. Did he just push him? Is that what it was?
Hopefully.
Okay, that's probably what it is. He basically just said he's Hydra. Did you hear that?
Yeah. I mean, that's how cops work. You kill one of them and then two more appear. Like Grand Theft Auto.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a cop. Noah says, I don't think Ryuk ever has the "I was bored" line. That's what I was looking for. And I also don't think at any point has he said yet, humans are so interesting. Because they're not in this.
Yeah. We'll see.
Well, this argument's not melodramatic at all.
No, we're shifting, Cap.
Oh, are they going to be on the outs now? Because you don't want her on the outs with you. Because you got a lot to lose, and she has a lot of ammunition. And are those pizzas?
He stole that guy's pizzas!
Why is L walking around with this mask?
So that no one can see him.
Okay.
He's got to go out someday.
Okay, so Austin, I'll explain to you what that is in the book too, because it's fun.
What, them hugging?
Well, he has the no. What L does in the book? So L is, obviously doesn't want anybody to know who he is when he's investigating stuff, and he's super antisocial, right? So he has an assistant like he does with this, but the assistant goes around with a laptop and he just talks to everybody through his laptop.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why you couldn't have done that here. It's like, we got to make sure this guy gets a lot of screen time. Who's this guy? He's just some guy.
No, he's important. He's this guy.
Well, and also,
he's a guy we both vaguely recognize.
He'd still get plenty of screen time because you've got all these scenes with him, by himself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The mask thing is stupid. And I don't like it.
I don't like things.
I don't like this light.
This light's very Riverdale.
I like again, everything about this is CW, except for the violence.
And Riverdale just looks cooler than most CW shows.
Like that is already meeting face to face like this.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the crouching. I mean, he is kind of like Elle. Like, that's good. I don't like this movie.
That's the type of thing where, like, it looks okay in a cartoon or a comic, but looks really weird seeing a person in real life sitting like that.
Well, you notice they're not showing it very often.
No, exactly, because they know. And in most of these shots, I guarantee you sat normally.
That's a good line. I like that. I don't do check, I only do checkmate. That's good. But it's too early for him to be this sure, unless he's pretending like he's sure so that he can try to get through Light's defenses in case it is true. But that's the kind of stuff you get with the internal monologue. And it would be weird to do a movie like that, admittedly. And it's very against, Western, an American convention. But no,
but you could, like, really play into the noir aspect of it.
Yeah, no, that's true. But the show is all about, in the book, is all about, like, I know that you know that I know that you know. It's that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. But did you know that I knew that you knew that? As the great mystery men once said.
Okay, immediately, these two actors have more chemistry and are more interesting on screen together than him and his girlfriend are.
Mm-hmm.
This is easily the best scene in this so far. And I think I like this Elle actor.
Yeah, people were saying in the chat earlier that he's like the one actor in this that cares.
He looks like he gets this material.
Mm-hmm.
Did he just say Kira much times for no reason? Okay.
I think he said kill, not
No,
kill.
no, he said Kira a bunch of times.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's the CW line. Oh, we've really cut corners. We got to this way too fast. We're not gonna do the task force or anything. This light sucks. Elle has already smoked him out.
I guess the task force.
None of that was feeling him out. He knows for sure that's who it is, and he's put all his cards on the table already.
I think the task force was the people that were, like, walking off the building.
This movie should be over already.
I mean, it's probably not too far off.
Because as much as I like... She just said I'm an effing cheerleader, and that was pretty funny. As much as I like that line, because it's very Elle, I don't do check, I only do checkmate. It's not a good enough explanation for... Because the problem is... Light is not the chess player that he seems to be, and he doesn't seem very good at what he's doing, and he's not thinking very far ahead. So, yeah, Elle really could just have him arrested and it'd be over.
Well, I guess, like, it's just weird, like, what would you charge him with? Like, what evidence is there that he's actually doing anything?
It would not be hard for them to find the Death Note. But you're right.
I mean, that's just, like, that's one thing I want to, look at the source material for, because... Just, like, from the outside, like, I don't understand how you can have that kind of investigation side. So I want to see how it does that, since everybody loves it.
Well, and that's why in the book they invite, or the show they invite Light uh, into the task force because Elle is already suspecting him.
Mm.
So they have him help them investigate Light so that he'll make some kind of a mistake and they'll get the evidence that way. And that's what the whole chip thing is about, because they've got surveillance in his room, and Light knows it's there. So he keeps trying to get them off the trail by not writing in the notebook.
Mm-hmm.
And so they won't suspect him. So he's just sitting there, wasting their time, and then he's like, "I'm gonna take this chip and I'm gonna eat it." It's great. Oh, we also got to this really fast. This is second half of the show stuff. So we already know about Elle's backstory with the orphanage? Okay. What are we...
We just gotta find out who Al is so we can kill him.
We're 58 minutes into this. We already have the orphanage. Okay. Sleep is key to strong thought. We need to put that on a t-shirt.
That would be a good shirt.
Why don't you just kill her?
That feels like it should be on like one of those cat memes where it's like a picture of a cat sleeping and that's what it says on it.
You know, I said maybe he shouldn't... Okay, that was weird. This is going to be such a strange point to make. The side of his suitcase looks exactly like the side of that train, and it's weird.
It was cool looking. Yeah.
It's so strange. Mia should actually be a lot more concerned with whether she can trust Light, because he's got the Death Note. Anytime they get in an argument, she should be like, "Oh crap, he might kill me."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's stuck in the patriarchy.
We haven't thought that. Would you stop it? We haven't thought that through at all.
About their relationship with the Death Note? Yeah.
Okay, we're an hour in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it. This is not anything like as bad as I expected it to be. But it's not good. Okay.
What was that sound effect when he punched the bed? It made like a gunshot.
That
noise.
wasn't a sound effect. That was in the score.
I know, but the way it was shot made it look like it was a sound effect. Whoa.
Yeah, he's good.
He's using his cat-like reflexes.
I wish this was a TV show. I would watch this as a TV show because I think it would be really funny.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you love Riverdale, so I know you'd eat this crap up with a spoon.
Hey! Don't call Riverdale crap.
Wait, why did he just turn into Dr. Seuss? Did you hear that? He goes, "I would not, could not."
I would not, could not, in a note.
That's great. Everybody in this is stupid, and he knows it. Al is the audience, folks.
You have crossed the line.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, Al's here, but it's not really the cat and mouse thing. I mean, he found out for sure it was him too quick.
Well, he's getting emotional because he took out his assistant.
And now it's all about, now we've made it personal in a not interesting way for Elle.
Well, he loves that guy.
And I don't know, it's
Alfred.
Just like where's the narcissism? Where's the arrogance between these two guys? You know, they're supposed to see themselves as like godlike.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they put themselves above everybody else. Like we're smarter.
I guess that's not relatable.
Nobody can catch us. Oh yeah, this is all very relatable.
It is, yeah. I can count on many hands how many times I've been in this exact situation.
I will say, Elle, like, you know, sitting weird and eating candy and all that, in this, as opposed to the source material, does kind of come off a lot more random and arbitrary.
Yeah, it's a little Ghost Rider.
It's just quirky for the sake of being quirky.
Mm-hmm.
He just doesn't seem as believably antisocial. But again, I like the way he's playing it. Like, he's not making eye contact with people. The actor gets it in the way the script doesn't, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's also weird that they're going to Montauk.
Is that a thing in the...
No, I just recently learned this, and I can't remember what the whole background is with that, but that was originally the town that Stranger Things was supposed to be set in, and it was going to be called Montauk.
Oh. I mean, thank God they didn't call the show Montauk.
I know, that's what I said. But yeah, it's very strange after I just did a show on that a couple weeks ago to see that in this movie. And it's also Netflix.
Maybe they should have called it Montauk, because that would have lasted one season.
And then, yeah, we would have had a great miniseries.
Yeah, that's the actual, like, good reality.
You think Kira cares about Homecoming? Okay, wait, so I've not been tracking the Death Note. So she has the Death Note now?
Yeah, because Al came to the house and was like, I'm going to take the Death Note, and then she snuck upstairs and took it.
Okay, thank you. I missed some of that plot because I was talking about other things. So that's how
you're busy on Dr. Seuss.
So that's how they've. I'm in the weeds with this now. That's how they've made her sort of.
Oh my God, that house is on a
Misa.
Dutch angle.
Oh my God, it is House of the Dead. There is a thing in the source material with a house in the middle of nowhere, I think, if memory serves.
This just looks like the Affleck Wayne Manor.
It does.
I guess it's the Pattinson one now that we're in it. Oh, this is the orphanage.
Oh, okay.
Look, he left his candy there.
Yeah. It doesn't look as degraded as you would expect.
This room looks so Tim Burton-y.
It really
Especially
does.
how it's like...
See, it is the House of the Dead. They should have set Death Note just in this house. Whose perspective is this from? Ryuk's? Like, nobody else can see him. Okay, it is really weird that we're adapting any of this stuff. This is where the show lost me, by the way. Was with the orphanage stuff. We're not going to bring in his siblings, are we?
No.
Or not siblings, but the other orphans he was raised with. They replace Elle, spoiler alert, but they replace Elle in the middle of the series with a couple of other people.
Oh, okay.
That kind of take over for what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I checked out kind of at that point. So I don't remember a lot of that.
No, I think it's just here to give him a backstory and, like, develop him. But we're not going to do any of that.
Of course not.
I mean, like, the siblings.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant develop him.
I mean...
he's so covert and
So now
great
we're
at
just
subterfuge.
now we've hit all 3 Spider-Man franchises, which is weird because it's the same year as Homecoming.
Yeah. By the way, have I at any point in this commentary mentioned that this is like CW Death Note?
I don't think you have.
Have I brought that up yet? Because it is. So I thought this movie was going to be so insidiously violent that I was not going to be able to show it to Jason. And there's a couple of, like beheadings and horrible looking things. I kind of want to show this to Jason.
Yeah, I wish we got more of that. It kind of stopped at a certain point.
Because I think he's going to laugh so hard at this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, are they going to give us a bunch of it at the end?
I don't think so.
Because honestly, that is a way where they're weirdly adapting it more authentically, where you just get kind of quick cuts to really gruesome kills, but we're not lingering on them.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, when we opened with it, I thought that was going to be the whole damn movie.
Well, I think they got like their what they wanted to get out of that, and now it's not really the place for it.
Riku the Soulless says, did I miss the part where L shows Light his face for absolutely no reason? You did. That did happen.
We're on such like a Raimi quote thing tonight. I thought you were gonna say I missed the part where that's my problem. God, I want you to kill Peter Parker. And then Light is like, all right. Ryuk, I want you to kill Peter Parker. And he's like, write it down. Normal people scare me. That's a cool locker.
You know, I'm something of a Shinigami myself. Boy, he sure likes to say F it a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Okay, we're doing the thing where you take pages out of Death Note.
Yes.
Because you can do that. You can take a page out and write in it.
Yeah, because I think he's trying to take this guy's name out of the Death Note, but his name's on the page that's ripped out.
Oh, and then he's trying to kill L.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to figure out what his real name is. And if L just hadn't shown him his face, then he wouldn't be able to kill him. Stupid L.
Yeah, well, because he can control people through the Death Note, so he's like, I control you for 48 hours and then you'll die. But he wasn't able to erase it in time.
Jay Forever King, they made Light the ultimate emo. Yeah, this is what Raimi Peter Parker would feel like if he got the Death Note.
Yeah, or Amazing.
Well, see, he would look like Amazing, but he would act like Raimi Spider-Man.
Well, Amazing Spider-Man would get the Death Note and be like, I'm going to put the teacher that won't let me skateboard down the hallway into the Death Note. That'll show you.
Anybody buy that this song is playing at a homecoming dance in 2017?
I can.
This is the... Well, we can all imagine it. I just don't think it's likely.
I have to imagine it. It's happening.
Like, really take my breath away? That's what... Okay. That's the song they were able to get the rights to for cheap. That's why that's here.
I can't remember what the song is, but there's gonna be a really funny needle drop later.
You know, the one place where CW's got it over this Netflix movie is they pay for songs. Jay Forever King, I didn't know that. He says Shane Black was supposed to make a Death Note movie a long time ago, but nothing happened. I don't see that.
Weird. I mean, I guess it would be more detective-y.
Yeah, it would have been a very different thing. And I think you can take that material and adapt it, in a real different way and Americanize it and still make it really cool.
Mm-hmm. But if it's like his Predator, it would just be this movie.
Yeah, this is just doing this really awkward midpoint kind of thing, where it's too afraid of some of the Japanese material, but it's taking a lot of like iconography and story points and stuff, and sort of arbitrarily, randomly throwing them all in a blender.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, so Ryuk didn't kill those people when they pushed them off the roof. That's the twist.
Was it her all along?
Yeah, she's the secret bad guy.
Why did he? But I don't understand why Ryuk would take credit for it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he did.
Because he wants him to be.
I would have to go back and look at that scene again. Maybe the idea was that he just didn't deny it because he was like kind of screwing with Light.
Yeah, because I missed that when you said it. Because I was under the impression it was her the whole time. So like I missed that while we were talking over it.
For it.
I mean, I thought he was just like, "Don't try to kill me, Light. I'll kill you."
There's so many effing rules. That's kind of great. This is like an okay twist. I guess I should have called that. But the idea that she's like manipulating him.
Mm-hmm. Well, we see it pretty early on because she's like the one that's like, you got to kill people.
But again, the problem with that is he's an idiot for trusting her in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why he shouldn't have, because hot women are never trustworthy.
The way it plays is he's so socially awkward and weird around girls, and thought he'd never get a cool chick to date him.
Oh, he's got like a Blade Runner gun.
That he just immediately is like bragging about this one cool thing he has. Mm-hmm. He's like, "Hey, look, girl, I want to be my girlfriend. I can kill people with a notebook."
Well, that's the exact way to get women to like you. Check out my book. I can kill people with it.
You know, forget about the lackluster production values and the not great cinematography and stuff. With what they have to work with here, there's no reason this couldn't be a 3 times better movie than it is. Mm-hmm. There's really not.
No, I mean, it's just
and very
every
often
choice they made is bad. But it's bad and entertaining.
I'll even say always it starts at a script writing level, of course. But this is less incompetent than I thought it was going to be. There's no excuse for the script.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, that is very true. Well, I mean, this guy went on to do Godzilla vs. Kong next, and that's not as embarrassingly incompetent as this is.
Riku says to its credit, it actually tries to be a Death Note movie for at least 15 or so minutes. Riku says they made Misa Lady Macbeth. That's kind of true.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of true, yeah. Okay, now this movie's kind of deep when you put it that way.
Sure.
Yeah, you got Macbeth, Lady Macbeth, and then L is Macduff, and Ryuk is the witches.
I legitimately hope this movie ends with her being queen of the world. That's what I hope happens.
That'd be awesome.
It would!
I have 2 pages of this book. I'm the queen now.
Yeah, but nobody knows that. You can be really selective about who you kill.
Mm-hmm.
Not do it too often. The movie ends with a public execution of Elle, and then she's the queen of the world.
She kills this like random antisocial cop guy, and is just instantly queen.
Well, he's not random. I mean, he's got a reputation worldwide.
Yeah, that would make you queen because you killed just some guy.
He's still famous in this, which kind of surprised me.
Mm-hmm. But no, it'd be like that Designated Survivor show where, like, what is it, like everybody in the government dies, so Kiefer Sutherland's now the president. She'll just do that, where, like, everyone that's above her.
Did you see the naked gunshot with that cop car?
Yeah, it was cool.
It looked like Police Academy.
Well, and Elle just has a Blade Runner gun now. It's so weird.
I can't believe that. We just had a throwback to Police Academy in this movie. Noah, this foot chase is so dumb. The idea of a foot chase in Death Note?
Are you saying that L never whips out a Blade Runner gun and tries to kill Light?
What is that gun?
I know, right?
Where did it come from? The future?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it just is a Blade Runner gun.
Is there another note where you just write down any equipment you want out of a comic book or a movie and then it comes to you?
No, I think Light is a replicant. Oh my god, that far-up shot of L running was really funny.
Riku, there's a chase scene in a Death Note movie. What are we doing? And what is this soundtrack?
Well,
like, we went back 25 years for this score.
This soundtrack sounds like it was in Stranger Things. Like, it's not even a... This is an 80s...
No, that's what I'm saying. This is not a throwback movie.
Yeah.
It's not a period piece.
Hell, why did you push that guy's face into his food?
This movie loves faces and food.
It does. It's got like a real fetish about it.
You know, there really is a kind of... I kind of get why you ironically like this. It is pretty funny. Like, this is more riffable and more, you know, easy to make a commentary for than I thought there would be. No, there should be lasers coming out of that gun.
He should have shot him. Why did he do the shooting upwards thing?
That's true. Death can't be handed out through a calculus book, because that's not a calculus book.
He just said, I'm going to turn around really slowly, and then, like, spun around.
Okay, this is the worst L.
That guy just said for Kira. How did he know that?
Like, again, the actor is cool, but...
Just shoot him. Or don't.
Wait, what are you saying?
I just shoot L.
No, when you said how did he know that? How did he know what?
Oh, that guy that knocked out L said for Kira after he did it.
Well, I guess he just believed L.
Oh, did L say that?
Yeah, L says this is Kira.
I missed that.
He says, I'm working with law enforcement, and this is Kira.
Oh, okay. I just missed that.
And so that guy is on Kira's side. I like that.
We're coming to the greatest shot in all of cinema.
Oh, no. Because I've always liked the notion that there would be people that would back Kira because they believed in his morality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
And that they would be short-sighted enough to believe that he would only kill the people they thought were worthy of killing. And that he could actually make the world a better place that way, and that it would be sustainable, because that's preposterous.
Well, especially because they made him like a vigilante here, like more in that way.
Yeah. Could we get another line reading of that?
No?
No, but even before that, where it was like, let's just run away together and never use the Death Note again.
I know, but his line delivery was bad, and her next one was worse.
It was. I don't think she loves you. I think it's about the Death Note.
I think she's just hot, which means that she's untrustworthy.
Would she stop that? I mean, it's true, though.
It is true.
I don't know if that's true. No, you're an idiot. No one in your life has ever loved you, especially your father.
And if you think they did, you're wrong.
Noah says, are you ready for the most convoluted climax ever? I can't wait.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I can't wait. What's it going to be like?
A shot.
Oh, there he is. There's Ryu. What are you laughing about? What do you think's going to happen here?
Now your girlfriend or suffered.
Uh-oh. We're going to get another twist here, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is where we're going to do the specific time of death thing, right?
Oh yeah, well, and that's what we did with the assistant guy, because he put the
Wait,
guy's 48 late.
what? Okay, I don't think you can do conditions like that with the Death Note. You can tell it to kill someone at a certain time, but I don't think it can be like, if this person does this thing, then kill it. Maybe you can. I don't remember now. I mean, it can get pretty complicated.
Yeah, yell to the sky. That'll take it back.
That's what I was gonna say. Just scream into the ether.
Willem Dafoe famously lives in the sky, so...
Riku says the convoluted climax is the only time it ever kind of feels like Death Note, though. You think? There's a couple places earlier that I think it gets a little closer. But that does feel like a plot point they would have done if that's a rule that works.
The dad's face there.
Why are we still doing 70s and 80s rock in this movie?
This was when I said there's going to be a funnier needle drop later. It was this one.
And now they're after the Death Note, which is relegated to he's in MacGuffin here. Wow. Oh, are they both just gonna die? Well, that's great, because I hate this light. He's terrible. Ryuk's just like... I want Ryuk to just be eating popcorn right now. Oh, the slow motion is painful. It's unbearable here.
It's wonderful. Well, he landed in the water like Captain America and Winter Soldier. It's like the exact same shot.
So my video quality got really bad right at that moment. It's good again now. But when he came into the water, it was super pixelated, so all I could see were squares.
That's awesome.
She looks like a vampire now.
Well, I mean, vampires are dead.
Vampires aren't dead!
This makes sense.
Oh, you said vampires aren't dead. Riku, it's the only time a character makes a complicated plan like that, which is wild that it took the whole movie, but still. No, that's fair. Because that's that series, right? It's all over that, where people just have, like, convoluted plan after convoluted plan. But that's part of what makes it fun. It gets real windy and complicated and...
Yeah, so she wrote his name and he wrote her name.
Oh.
And then they both fell in, but she fell and her page flew away and it flew into a fire. So it burned up.
Okay, so did she survive that?
Huh?
Or does she still die?
No, I mean, like, sorry. When I said her page, I meant the page that she took that she wrote his name in.
Oh.
That's why he landed in the water instead of, like, in pavement.
Okay, no, so that's convoluted in the wrong sort of, in a really awful way, because what should have... It didn't look like their names being written in the Death Note was why they died. It looked like they just fell from a high place. It looked like they just slipped and died.
Yeah, but they fell from the high place because of the Death Note. Ryuk went like that, and then the carnival ride broke.
Okay. Here's the thing, though. Did they write down how they were supposed to die?
No, he just wrote her name, and then I think she wrote, like, he dies at midnight.
If you don't say in the Death Note how, at least, you know, the source material, how somebody dies, they just die of a heart attack.
Yeah, that's not cool and cinematic.
Oh. Also, I don't get why Ryu even has to be involved.
I guess he's like secretly there and is the one that kills them. I
Yeah,
guess.
that's not really how that's supposed to work either, but okay.
Looks.
So they're treating him like a wraith that's connected to the Death Note, and he's...
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, I don't think he
That's
can
weird.
use the Death Note. I get the sense because he talks about like all the other people that have used it, that it just passes from person to person.
Yeah, they've kind of changed what he is.
Mm-hmm.
So, is it going to turn out they both survived?
No, she done died.
So she's definitely dead.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so I see what you're saying. So
yeah, he only survived because the page with his name on it fell into a fire when they fell
boy,
off of
that's
the
also very convoluted.
That's why I think it was Noah said it's like the most convoluted climax.
So is he going to sit in this movie getting the Death Note back?
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta make a sequel, Cap.
Or is he just going to live his life after this?
Well, I guess because they didn't make any more, he just lives his life.
Alex Barron, I'm not super drunk. I had 4 or 5 shots in a row right toward the beginning, but it's been a little while now. Riku, that's a terrific point. If nobody's dying from heart attacks, what even was the reason people thought these random deaths were linked?
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. Yeah, like what evidence is there that anything happened?
Well, in the source material, you don't have immediate evidence for who exactly is behind it,
Mm-hmm.
but you have too many of the same kind of death in the same place or with the same kinds of people that it can't be coincidence. Because Light starts killing a bunch of people in prison. You have like 30 or 40 people who all die in prison, in the same prison by heart attacks in like the same day. Cannot be a coincidence. And then we start compounding a lot of them, and then Light comes out publicly, but obviously doesn't let anybody know who he is. People start to believe that there is a person behind it, and that's the person who's saying that they are. That's all believable. This is ridiculous. I gotta show Jason this movie.
See, look, it's even more convoluted. He wrote that like he knew he was gonna fall into the river and this guy would save him.
Wait, what?
That's what it's saying right now. He wrote this into the Death Note that this guy would come and save him from the water and resuscitate him. And then this guy would come and pick up the Death Note.
Oh no. And wait, now we get voiceover? We haven't been doing this the whole movie. Riku is right though. This this stuff is probably the closest thing to actual Death Note. It's stupid, but
Yeah, see, look, he's writing the entire climax into the Death Note.
yeah, and we can't make this guy like a massive manipulator like this. He was clearly an idiot.
And he wrote that her page with his name in it falls into a fire.
So now we're retroactively saying he was a genius all along.
I forgot about that. He wrote the page with his name on it into the Death Note so that it would die first.
How did he know that she wrote it? Did he just assume she must have?
Well, he also planned all of this, so I guess he just knows.
So wait, he planned her double cross?
Yeah, I
What?
guess. Or he just knew that she
Well,
was...
now it's just turned into a parody of Death Note. That was a slow burn for a single parody scene, folks.
The song
What is
sounds
this?
like the Circle of Life. What is the song?
It does seem to include that melody, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
You see
the
that middle part where it's like,
Wheel of Fortune.
And it sounds like the singer from the movie. But now Al's gonna write his name
What
into
does
it.
the power of love have to do with, regardless of the fact that sounds like it's Back to the Future now?
I mean, you don't need money. You don't need.
But that's the chorus of this. It wasn't the power of love that did this. It was the power of the Death Note, and that wasn't real love. And he says his tagline at the end. Oh,
Yeah, it's
sure.
the last line of the movie.
Sure, they're so interesting.
Because that's the circle. The circle.
I think
of
it's
life.
more that it's.
Oh, I forgot about that. One of the main writers of this movie is the guy who wrote Moon Knight.
Oh, I can see that.
Because of course it was.
Yeah, I don't think it's that humans are interesting. I think it's that
that's who
it's
Jeremy Slater
really easy to write a whole story and then backtrack and say, yeah, this guy was responsible for all these things that happened. We didn't develop any of that. We didn't give any breadcrumbs. It's just, oh my god, we just made light. That Spawn villain I was always complaining about in Spawn Year, with the what was his name?
I don't remember.
It's on the top of my tongue here.
You haven't seen this, but for the chat, the credits of this movie are just the 21 Jump Street credits with a horror bent. Wait a minute. They put her falling with the green screen. Oh,
No, they're showing outtakes.
That's weird. Why would you do that?
It's really weird. Yeah, they're showing us a bunch of outtakes. This is preposterous. Look how good of a time we had making this movie.
I didn't realize.
Maman. Maman is his name.
He wasn't. He was just a stand-in. Oh yeah, Maman.
Yeah, there is a part of me that would have actually been very curious to see what a sequel to this looks like.
Yeah. Well, Noah and I, we had an entire thing about how it would be called the Life Note, and you would introduce. It's a version of the Death Note where you write people's names in it, and then they come back to life. And then Mia comes back, and then you have drama from there.
Noah says 10 out of 10, perfect movie.
Exactly.
Keeper of the U says, yes, Cap, this is basically a Death Note abridged parody. No, it is. I don't know, watching it that way, it's a little bit more fun.
No, that was awesome. This is maybe the best movie of 2017. I'm not sure.
Did I see there that the guy that played Hero in Heroes was one of the producers on this?
Oh, I don't know because I don't know that guy's name.
Masaoka? I think that's who that is. John, that movie is awful. It's pretty awful. But I didn't hate it as much as I thought I was going to.
Mm-hmm.
There's ironic fun to be had with that. There is. And honestly, I thought it was going to be relentlessly gruesome. I thought that was going to be the angle with Dez.
Yeah, no, it starts that way and then stops.
Let's just use this as an excuse to be as gross as possible. It didn't do that, ultimately. It's not a strong compliment. Do you agree with this? Keeper of the U says the outtakes basically confirm this is meant to be a comedy.
That's what's weird, because normally only comedies do that. You don't normally see that, and especially like a movie that's like horror-y.
Yeah, so like, are they making the silly parody that it looks like for the last 5 minutes, but they can't communicate to us just how much of a farce this is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And also, why would you do that to this material?
Because it's funny.
I don't know. I just really like Death Note. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you could do a cool, serious Death Note movie.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just a really neat premise.
Mm-hmm. But I've got what I need from this, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you'll actually care for it, but you should try at least the first few episodes at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
just,
I said,
just get the flavor of it. I wouldn't, if I were you, I wouldn't necessarily watch the whole thing because it really falls off in the back half.
Mm-hmm. When I own the manga, I'm mostly just interested because, like I don't understand the premise fully. Like not in like a it is, but like just in that like I don't understand what like the mystery element of we need to figure out these killings. Like I want to see how it handles that because I don't see the like logic of how you get there. So like that's the main reason I'm interested to look at the source material.
Well, it takes a genius like L.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Keeper the U says I need to watch the Japanese live action movies. They get very ridiculous in their own ways. Yeah, I've been wanting to. Are those readily available anywhere? I don't know if those are easy to get.
Know. I feel like Japanese movies can be like hit or miss with stuff like that, but I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's.
And I've seen stills of Ryuk in at least one of those, and it's literally just he's superimposed.
Yeah, he looks rough.
He's basically like a flat 2D image right out of the cartoon show, and he's just stuck in a live action, in live action footage. It's very funny. These are really long credits. I mean, I know we always say that, but
my Netflix just like because it immediately tried to turn on to something else, so I just.
He's like, why are we even still here talking? I don't. Because the credits are. Oh, you were gonna pitch a sequel, and you have 1 minute and 11 seconds.
Well, it was that idea of you bring in the life note, and then the life note can bring people back to life. So they bring Mia back to life, and then you can do a lot of shenanigans where like Light could, well, L gets the page at the end, so he's obviously gonna write Light's name in it. So, but then he could, write his own name into the life note, and then he could come back.
I love this idea so much.
Yeah,
and I actually kind of like it as a legit Death Note thing. Like, what if Heaven had their own version of the Death Note?
Yeah, and then you could introduce the like Heaven version of Defoe, who would be like Danny DeVito or someone.
Well, see, the first thought I had, if you did it as a sequel to this, which is apparently a backdoor parody comedy thing, is you make it like Bill and Ted. Where you use it as an excuse to resurrect a bunch of historical figures.
No, exactly. You could do anything with the life note.
But the only problem with that is that the life note would have to be a lot broader than the Death Note and have more lax rules. Because you can't know what everybody who's died actually looks like pre, like, 100 years ago.
Maybe it's like you can... It's fine if you know like their portrait or something.
Yeah. Okay, but then you still can't go back very far for a lot of characters.
Well, what if you could like dig them up and see their corpse and then bring them back to life, but they just look like their corpse?
Oh, okay. Sure.
But also like at a certain point, why would you want to just resurrect? I mean, I guess maybe if you're like, I want to resurrect my ancestor or something, but they don't have a portrait. Like after a certain point, you're not really going to be bringing anyone back to life that's not like famous.
Well, I know, but even a lot of famous people wouldn't have real portraits you could look at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
just like drawings.
Unless like, busted up sculptures count.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could do that, or like, I don't know, like.
I do love the idea of the life note, though. That's great.
Yeah, no.
I'm surprised that hasn't been done yet. In this continuity.
I'm surprised there's not been like parodies that do the Life Note.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, this movie is obviously not very good, but there was more fun to be had with it than I expected.
Oh yeah, no, Light can bring back his mom.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
no, there's a clear sequel there.
yeah, exactly. And then Mia can come back because she's the bad guy.
Well, and they did. What's so weird is there's obviously lots of stuff they didn't do, but with what they did put in, it wouldn't make any sense to do most of it in a sequel because they got past all of it. So yeah, you really would want to just go off the rails with it and do your own thing at that point.
Hmm.
You know, like I don't want
it.
to see the twins in that continuity in that, in a sequel to that movie.
Mhm. No, I just wanted it to be like you have the match between L and Light, but this one it'll be the chess match between Ryuk and Defoe, like Heaven God.
Keeper of the U, what are you saying happens in the manga? The Life Note thing? Is there something like that?
Uh,
I don't know. Anyway, well, folks, thanks a lot for watching, and we finally did this.
hmm And it was great.
Yeah. Oh, I see why Austin really enjoyed that. Next Friday night we're gonna do another Superhero Rewind double feature. Finally, that was supposed to be tonight, but I had to move things around, so we had an extra week, so that's why we did this finally. But Austin, would you remind everybody what movies we're gonna tackle next week?
Blade and Batman versus Dracula.
Yeah, we're gonna do a Vampire Night.
hmm
Isn't that exciting? I haven't seen
Yep.
Blade in forever.
And because we keep doing things and then news comes out about them,
Yeah.
Blade's another one. Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
hmm
Yeah, watch us find out they're gonna come back and do the Batman animated feature or something.
Yeah, or they're gonna do like we'll find out that Dracula's the main villain of the next Reeves movie.
Yeah, or they'll announce some new like Dracula Batman crossover,
hmm
which hasn't been done in a really long time. Like in
That's what I
comics.
mean. If it's Reeves, it can be the Batman versus Dracula again.
Oh, Keeper of the U is saying there's a one shot where the U.S. president gets the Death Note. That's fun.
Oh God, is anybody alive? We need to bring in the Life Note.
I'm sure that's great. Yeah, there actually are quite a few like short stories and things with Death Note. Or even after the main series, they did some extra stuff. I still don't have any of that in physical print yet. There's a lot of different ways to buy it, and I'm still trying to decide which release I want because they're all cool in different ways. I haven't decided how I want to buy that yet. There's one that's it doesn't have the short stories, but there's a one that's called Death Note All in One, and it's literally one big tall book that's got everything.
I think that's the book I have.
It's really cool looking.
I'm looking at it right there. I think it's the all-in-one.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, you sent me a picture of that. I think that's what you have.
Yeah.
I am between getting that and getting the black books because I think they're really pretty. They would be significantly more expensive, but still not crazy. They're like $15 a piece, I think. There's like 6 of them. But the all-in-one you can get on Amazon right now for like $33. Like it's definitely the most affordable way to get it.
hmm Yeah, definitely. I think that's the reason why I got it that way.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Tom wants to know when we're doing She-Hulk. We're gonna do that in 2 weeks. That'll be the week after the rewind commentaries next week. Okay, I gotta go to bed now. I've drank too much. Aren't you excited about that?
Oh, so excited.
Oh my God, Austin is such a trooper. He has absolutely no motivation for doing these shows, but he's here anyway. You rock, man. I appreciate you, buddy.
Oh, thank you. And we got to do Death Note, so I'm happy.
We're gonna get going, but I hope you guys had fun and have a great night, have a great weekend, and we'll see you real soon. I was Captain Logan, and we had Austin the Day Ghost.
Yeah, bye everybody.
Bye, folks.